All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. So we've kind of got breaking news about Foreigner's Lou Gramm. He's not currently in Foreigner, but he'll forever be their best lead singer by far. And he's been out there on the road. So I'm going to talk about Lou Gramm. But before I get there, here is Blackberry Smoke and their album Be Right Here. I promoted this a lot during the month of February. We are now in the month of March, and this album is still really good, even a month later. So if you like Southern rock, blues, soul, Americana, a little bit of country in there, this is a juggernaut. It is doing quite well. Unfortunately, the band's drummer, Britt Turner, passed away, I don't know how many weeks ago now, a couple weeks ago maybe. 57 years old, very tragic. The band is going to keep going without Britt Turner. But man, some just tragic circumstances surrounding that, which I talked about here on this channel. So anyway, Blackberry Smoke, Be Right Here. I will put a link for the product, the CD itself, in the video as you watch it. You can click on the link and order a copy because you should. Yeah, every so often, maybe you should buy a CD. So Lou Gramm says that he will retire from performing at the end of 2024. For those of us who have been following Lou, he announced that he was done touring in 2018, but he's kept it going. And so I'm going to be diplomatic here, even though I've heard things about why Lou decided to keep going, and I've hinted at them before here. I may have even basically said what I thought about that. My overall view on this is that Lou probably should have retired in 2018, based on some things. And again, I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. He's one of the greatest rock singers in history, right? That's my view. It has always been my view. There is nobody coming along to replace Lou Gramm. There are a couple of guys out there who I admire, like Kent Hilly, who tries to sound like Lou Gramm at times and does a pretty good job. But the bottom line is Lou is done at the end of this year. He says, I've been doing it for 50 years or almost 50 years. I would like to turn my attention to my family and my muscle cars. And I just enjoy myself knowing that when I lay down at night, I'll be in my own bed. So I can totally relate to that, Lou. Going to concerts these days is tedious for guys that hit a certain age. Imagine being the guy who has to perform and then, not be home at the end of the show and be in some strange city and some strange hotel room. So I get this completely. Lou says, this is gonna be it. I've been putting it off and putting it off, and I still enjoy performing, but when you've been doing it for as long as I have, the travel is the worst. It really takes its toll, and that's a sign that you're getting old. And again, they mention here in the article that this isn't the first time Lou Gramm has announced that he would step away from the microphone. In 2018, the vocalist announced he had played his final solo show. Now, again, with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing looming, and I'm thinking that they're going to put Foreigner in. I mean, you had Sir Paul McCartney said, WTF, right? He's like, why aren't they in? And Mick Jones, his health isn't good. So between Lou retiring and Mick essentially, has been off the road for quite some time, this would be a nice ending to an amazing career for both these guys and for the other guys in Foreigner who will be inducted. So let's hope and pray that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame does the right thing, which you just don't know if they're going to do the right thing. As far as Lou Gramm spending more time with his family, I remember a comedian many years ago. I can't remember which one, but he had this routine he would do where somebody is retiring at age whatever, like 75, and they're going to spend more time with their family. And he's like, now you're going to spend more time with your family? How much time do you have left to spend with your family? He's kind of making a good point. And I believe, you should try to spend as much time as you can with your family, no matter what age you are. Now, typically performers, entertainers say this toward the end of their career as a nice way of, basically bowing out gracefully and making it sound like they're doing the right thing. They're going to spend more time with their family, and they probably will end up spending more time with their family. But 50 years of being on the road, that's a long time to be away from your family. So anyway, I think pretty much everybody in the world could benefit from more family time. People often ask me, so how come you don't go to more concerts? How come you don't do this? How come you don't do that? I'm like, I want to spend time with my family. I don't want to be away from home. I don't want to drive 9 hours to see a show and then, have to stay somewhere that I don't like. As Lou says here, I would like to be in my own bed. That is far superior. When you get older, you tend to appreciate the things that you don't care about when you're younger. So good for Lou Gramm. I wish him well. I wish him the best. He is still one of the greatest singers of all time. And, I think he would have been fine to retire in 2018. I think that would have been a good stopping place. But here we are. It's 2024. I'm thinking people want to book these shows, and you're going to make a certain amount of money. It's hard to turn the money down. That's my theory on all of that. So here is Blackberry Smoke. Be right here. These guys are making some money, but they're not one of the most familiar or recognized bands in America. They should be. They are fantastic. Again, if you want some Southern rock mojo and you're tired of old Lynyrd Skynyrd and ZZ Top, I like both of those bands, and they're out there touring, and they're probably making more money than these guys. Anyway, if you want kind of like the next generation or the generation after, this is really good. Be right here. Again, I will put a link in the video itself. God bless everyone. Please continue to pray for peace in the Middle East and around the world. The world is a crazy place, and it just continues day after day being a crazy place. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.